I'm standing in the fuels tank of the 747 just behind spanwise beam 3. This beam is the most forward member of the fuel tank. The very first event identified by the sequencing group was an explosion of the fuel air vapor inside the tank. This explosion forced spanwise beam 3 forward, fracturing the stiffeners on the back side of the beam and across the top of the beam. Spanwise beam 3 rotated forward. It impacted another stiffener just in front of it as the roof lifted up, and then spanwise beam 3 continued to rotate forward and impacted the aft side of the front spar just in front of this. This is the dry bay between spanwise beam 3 and the front spar. After spanwise beam 3 separated across the top, pressure behind spanwise beam 3 forced it forward and it rotated. The top end of spanwise beam 3 struck the aft side of the front spar, and it left behind these very distinctive witness marks, and those marks extended pretty much all the way across the front spar, indicating that all of spanwise beam 3 was rotating forward. The breakup sequence of the TWA Flight 800 airplane began with the explosion of the fuel-air mixture within the wing center section fuel tank. Pressure from this explosion fractured the front member of the fuel tank, spanwise beam 3, along the top. Spanwise beam 3 rotated forward and impacted the aft side of the front spar. Cracking in the front spar came downward and entered into the fuselage. This fuselage cracking progressed around 3 sides of a large piece of belly structure. This created a hole through which pieces of the front spar, spanwise beam 3, and one piece of spanwise beam 2 were free to be ejected from the airplane. Fuselage cracking progressed upward on both sides of the hole, and very quickly a ring of fuselage material completely separated from the airplane. This allowed the nose portion to fall and hit the ocean surface in one piece. The bulk of the airplane, the major portion of the airplane, remained intact for a period of time, eventually breaking apart further downrange and falling to the ocean in several pieces.